Hi everyone, welcome back to Bridge Podcast. In this session, we are going to discuss about Federal Bank and in MoneyPechu video which released on 13th of September, Anand sir mentioned about Federal Bank and in that he said about the former MD of Federal Bank, Mr. Srinivasan, and he said that in his tenure, the major contribution which he did to the Federal Bank was increase the advances of the Federal Bank. And I'll place a MoneyPechu video next to this so that you can see that video.
Anand Srinivasan 14 வருஷம் நடத்திட்டாரு. இந்த 14 வருஷத்துல 63,500 கோடி அட்வான்சஸ் இருந்த பேங்க 4,63,000 கோடி வச்சு கொண்டு போயிட்டாரு. போன வருஷமும் 20% growth. ஸோ அவரோட எண்டிங்கும் நல்லா பண்ணிட்டு தான் எண்டை இருக்காரு. அவர் என்ன சொல்லியிருக்கிறாருன்னா, இன்னைக்கு ரீட்டைலில் டெபாசிட் பிடிக்கிறது ரொம்ப கரெக்டமாக இருக்கு. டெபாசிட்டர்ஸை மூவ் பண்ணுறதுக்கு தனி ஸ்ட்ராட்டஜிஸ் போடணும், டெய்லர் மேட் ஸ்கீம்ஸ் அனௌன்ஸ் பண்ணணுங்கிறத அவர் கருத்தாக சொல்லியிருக்காரு. அவர் பீரியட்ல யாரெல்லாம் ஃபெடரல் பேங்கை கன்சிடர் பண்ணியிருந்தீங்களோ அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு நல்ல டீசென்ட் ரிட்டர்ன் கிடைச்சிருக்கு.
So we have taken the recent annual report of Federal Bank for the year 2023 to 24, and in the balance sheet the advances will be there, and we will have a detailed look at the advances of Federal Bank. So taking the balance sheet, the advances is given in the assets of the balance sheet, and there are many assets like cash equivalents with Reserve Bank of India, balances with banks and money at call and short notice, investments are there, and in the fourth line advances are there. And for the year 2023 to 24, the advances for Federal Bank is 218 crores. And in note 9, the more detailed explanation of advances is given. So how does increasing the advances help a bank?
Okay. What's bank's basic business?
They get money from the depositors and lend it to a person who is in need of the money.
Correct. That's why it's under asset column. Because these are money the bank has given out.
Okay.
And for all those loans they've given, they get interest. That's how bank is generating income. So, and the city has grown this. It means he's grown the bank's advances, meaning the bank's earning capacity.
Okay.
This only goes against the deposits. He's talked about that in the video, how they're struggling with deposits and the future of it. As he's exiting the bank, these are problems for the bank going ahead. But advances is where the money is being made by the bank. And in the balance sheet, he's broken it down.
Yeah.
So under advances, we have various categories. The first one is bill purchased and discounted. Do you know what that is?
Does it have to do with security bills and all?
No, not security bills. Businesses run, right?
Okay.
So you give me, supply some material to me. I promise to pay you on a certain date, right? And you have a thing from me, but you want the money urgently. So you can go to the bank and say, Tata Motors is going to pay me next month on 3rd. You take it from Tata Motors. I'll discount it and you take it from me.
Okay.
So the bank gives you the money and they'll wait for Tata Motors to give them because they know Tata Motors. So that is the way purchasing bills and discounting. Right? So the short-term advances made against bills or exchanges and promissory notes before the maturity, like I said, that provides the immediate cash to the customer while the bank holds on to the promissory note in the account. So this is one. The next one which you see is cash credit overdrafts, loans repayable on demand. Cash creditors, they give you facilities to businesses to borrow certain amount against securities like stocks or receivables. So let's say you have someone to pay you money. Against that, Tata Motors has to pay you. Let's say you are a supplier to Tata Motors. Tata Motors has to pay you some money. So against that payment you're going to get, they give you some advances. So that's another form of credit. Other is overdraft. Overdraft is, let's say you have a current account, right? You're operating in that current account, but you need suddenly some business crunches there, but you need to borrow above the amount which has been given to you.
Okay.
Right? So you can overdraft, means you go over that limit, draft amount. But they'll charge you a higher interest for that short term. So based on your relationship with the bank, they'll say, okay, you're a good customer, they'll give you these facilities. So that falls under overdraft. Then loans which are payable on demand, repaid at any time is, they're giving you money, the bank can ask you to repay at any time. Okay, at a certain interest cost it will be. So there's another one. Term loans are like all your fixed term loans. Term loan like a home loan, which has a scheduled payment. Consumer loan, consumer durable loans, all these come in the term loans. There's a term amount of time which you have to pay in installments, you pay it back. Then loan against tangible securities and assets. So let's say you have a fabrication unit where you're sitting and making die boxes. That machine is worth maybe 20 lakhs.
Okay.
So against that he gives you. So that is a security is taken and is given. Another thing could be that businesses can be having a guarantee from the government. Government is saying we'll guarantee repayment or government is guaranteeing some payment. So against that guarantee, which is a security, because government is secure. They give you money. The third one is unsecured, meaning there is no security, there is no collateral. Just based on your relationship with the bank and they're looking at your background, they give you the loan.
Yeah.
Like a personal loan. Those are the ones which are the most earning because their interest rates will be the highest in those, right?
Yeah.
Because there's no security. The bank is taking on all the risk, right? Those are the main categories. Then they have advances within India, which they've broken down.
In advances, they have given priority sector and public sector.
Yeah, priority sector loans which are provided, which is deemed as important for the country and the economy. Agriculture, small scale industries, education, which are mandated by the bank to lend. So a certain amount of advances have to go towards the sector. So those are the priority sectors. Public sector is a government-owned entities. This bank luckily has not lent any money to the government.
In that year.
Yes, because previously there was a very small amount which they've closed, which is good because you know how government is. Then other is banks. So banks lend to other banks. So it's called interbanking. So they've lent to other banks, which is put over here. The fourth one is called others. This which is not fitting into these three categories, which is not a priority, which is not in public, which is not into other banks, falls under this. So what is all that? That could be all your retail loan, personal loans, commercial loans, all those falls into that. That is why it is huge. Correct? Because this is the mandated priority sector. Public they're avoiding, which is the government. Then this is the interbanking. So this is where the majority is. Okay. Then the same is from outside India, due from other banks. Right, due from other banks is
maybe foreign banks.
Yeah, they would have lent to foreign banks for some reason. The foreign bank has borrowed, so that is there over here. Then you have others, which is nothing. Under others, they have subcategories, which is bill purchases discount outside India. They have not done any for this year. Syndicated loans it's a huge project where multiple banks have come together and they lent as one unit.
Okay.
Could be some infrastructure project or some large factory project. So 4 or 5 banks come together and they all lend money together. So in a group they lend. So this is the syndicated loans. The last is others. Others are things that don't fall into these other categories are clubbed together. That could be anything such as advances which are made to outside India, which don't fit into these categories. So this is a breakup of the advances.
And I have a doubt here. And the segment is categorized into 3, A, B and C. And each of the segment is totaling to the same amount, which is 218 crores something.
Correct. So because he's giving you first the breakup under categories of bill purchase, secured and all.
Okay.
But then he's telling you differently sector wise how much it's coming. So others which you're seeing over here will tell you which is tangible. So in under priority sectors what is going. Right.
Okay.
So that's why it's totaling. So there's 2 ways of breaking it up. It's just showing it to you as that. You understood? So this is the same as this.
Okay.
You understood?
Yeah.
That's all.
So I hope that this video was informative and you had some knowledge about advances of Federal Bank. And if you want any company's annual report to be discussed in the future podcast videos, do leave us in the comment. We will discuss that company in detail. So if you found this video interesting, please share it with your friends whom you think it will be helpful for them. And subscribe to this channel for more kind of videos. See you in another episode with an interesting topic. Thanks for watching the video.
Thank you.